Don't invest your time on fake people. Good morning, folks. Let me ask you something. Have you ever given your time, your energy, and your heart to someone only to realize they were just wearing a mask? Let me tell you something real. Time is the most precious thing you've got. You don't get it back. It ain't like money. You can't earn more of it. And if you're out here wasting it on fake people, you're robbing yourself. Fake people, oh, they'll smile in your face and cheer you on, but deep down, they don't care about your journey. They're not in your corner. They're just in your way. And let me tell you something about those folks. They'll drain you dry. Your time, your energy, your spirit, they'll take it all and leave you wondering why you feel so empty. Watch actions, not words. Let me tell y'all something. Words are cheap. People will tell you everything you want to hear, but when it comes time to back it up, that's where the truth comes out. See, the thing about fake people is they're masters of disguise. They'll sweet talk you, promise you the world, and make you feel like you're the only person who matters. But here's the catch. They're hoping you'll get so caught up in what they're saying that you won't notice what they're not doing. So now I'm able to look around and fast forward to some real truths in my lifetime. Actions, folks. Actions never lie. You've got to pay attention to how people show up in your life. Are they consistent? Are they reliable? Do they stand by you when you need them the most? Or do they vanish the moment things get tough? Because let me tell you, anybody can talk a good game when the sun's shining. But when the storms roll in, that's when you see who's real and who's just pretending. My name is Charlie Derrick. I'm thankful to be here to share with you today. I appreciate your support in every way you possibly can. My name is Charlie Derrick. I promise you, anybody can talk a good game when the sun's shining. But when the storms roll in, that's when you see the real me. Think about it. How many times have you been let down because you took somebody's word at face value? Maybe it was a friend who swore they had your back, but when you needed help, they were nowhere to be found. Or maybe it was that one person who kept promising to change but never did. Whatever the case, you learn the hard way that words don't mean a thing without action. Let me put it to you like this. Real people show up. They don't just say they care, they prove it. They don't just talk about supporting you, they actually do it. And if somebody's actions don't match their words, you've got to ask yourself, do they deserve a front row seat in my life? See, life is too short to keep making excuses for people who can't keep their promises. You deserve better than empty words and hollow gestures. And when you start holding people accountable for their actions, you'll notice something amazing. You'll stop attracting fakes, and you'll start building real, genuine connections. Stop seeking validation from the wrong people. All right, let's get real for a minute. Why are so many of us out here living for the opinions of people who don't even matter? You post something, and if it doesn't get enough likes, you start doubting yourself. You share your dreams, and if somebody doesn't cheer you on, you start wondering if you're dreaming too big. Let me tell you something. You're giving the wrong people way too much power over your life. Here's the truth. Not everybody is going to clap when you win. Not everybody is going to see your vision or believe in your potential. And you know what? That's okay. Their validation doesn't define your value. But too many of us waste time chasing approval from folks who couldn't care less about our journey. We're out here breaking our backs trying to prove something to people who aren't even qualified to judge us in the first place. You don't need their likes, their applause, or their approval. What you need is to believe in yourself. Let me ask you this. Who are you trying to impress? Is it that coworker who's always got something negative to say? That so-called friend who's quick to judge but never supports? Or maybe it's that family member who thinks they know what's best for you but never once walked in your shoes. Here's the thing. The wrong people will never give you the validation you're looking for because they don't want to see you succeed. It's not about you, it's about them. They're insecure, they're jealous, or maybe they're just too caught up in their own mess to recognize your greatness. Either way, you got to stop giving them a say in how you live your life. When you seek validation from the wrong people, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Because no matter how much you do, it'll never be enough for them. And while you're out here bending over backward to prove your worth, you're losing sight of what really matters. You don't need their permission to shine. Cut ties without guilt. Let's talk about something most people don't want to hear. Sometimes you've got to let folks go. Yeah, I said it. You've got to cut ties. And here's the kicker. You've got to do it without feeling guilty. Now, I know what you're thinking, but we've been friends for years, or their family, or I don't want to hurt their feelings. Listen to me. Your peace matters more than their comfort. Here's the deal. Not everybody who started with you is meant to finish with you. Some people were only meant to be in your life for a season. But you're out here dragging them through every chapter like they're part of the whole story. And what happens? They start holding you back, draining your energy, and keeping you from growing. It's like trying to run a marathon while carrying dead weight. You can't move forward because you're too busy dragging something or someone that ain't meant to go where you're headed. And the longer you hold on, the more it hurts you, not them, you. Now, I know it's hard. You care about them. You've got history, and you don't want to seem like the bad guy. But here's what you've got to understand. Letting go doesn't mean you're being cruel. It means you're choosing yourself. And that's not selfish. That's survival. Think about it. How many times have you put your needs aside just to keep somebody else happy? How many nights have you stayed up worrying about someone who wouldn't lose a wink of sleep over you? You keep pouring into them, but when it's time for them to pour into you, their cup is empty. Let me tell you something. Relationships are supposed to be two-way streets. If you're the only one giving, the only one trying, the only one caring, then it's not a relationship. It's a one-man show, and you don't need that kind of imbalance in your life. The truth is, some people won't like it when you start putting yourself first. They'll call you selfish, they'll say you've changed, and they'll try to guilt trip you into staying. But guess what? That guilt they handing you, it ain't yours to carry. Protect your circle. Let me break something down for y'all. Your circle, your inner circle, is one of the most important things in your life. The people you keep close to you, they can either build you up or tear you down. They can inspire you to reach higher, or they can drag you right into the mud. And if you're not careful, you'll end up with the wrong people in your circle, and that will cost you everything. English. Now let's get real for a second. Some of y'all are out here letting just anybody into your space. You've got folks sitting at your table who don't even deserve a chair. They're not clapping for you when you win. They're not pushing you to do better. They're just there to take up space, eat your food, and drain your energy. Here's the thing, you've got to protect your circle. Not everybody deserves access to you. Just because someone wants to be in your life doesn't mean they should be. It's not about being mean. It's about being selective. Because let me tell you something. Your energy is sacred. Your peace is priceless. And if somebody isn't adding to your life, they don't need to be in your life. You've got to surround yourself with people who want to see you win, not people who secretly hope you lose. And let me tell you how to spot the difference. Real people, they'll tell you the truth even when it's uncomfortable. Fake people, they'll tell you what you want to hear, then talk behind your back. Real people, they'll be there for you when you're struggling, not just when you're shining. Fake people, they'll disappear the moment you stop being useful to them. Now, protecting your circle doesn't just mean cutting people off. It means being intentional about who you let in. Who's in your life right now that challenges you to be better? Who's in your life that celebrates your success without feeling jealous? If you can't name those people, it's time to do some cleaning. And here's another thing. Sometimes protecting your circle means saying no. No to negativity. No to drama. No to people who bring nothing but chaos. Because if you allow those things in, they'll poison everything you've worked so hard to build. You've got to think of your circle like a garden. You wouldn't let weeds choke out the flowers you're trying to grow, would you? Of course not. You'd pull those weeds out before they have a chance to take over. Well, it's the same with your relationships. If someone is constantly bringing negativity into your life, constantly tearing you down instead of lifting you up, it's time to pull that weed. Now, I know some of y'all are thinking, but I've known this person forever, or they're family, I can't just cut them off. Let me stop you right there. Protecting your circle doesn't mean you don't love people. It just means you love yourself enough to set boundaries. It means you're choosing peace over drama, growth over comfort, and positivity over toxicity. And let me tell you, when you start protecting your circle, you're going to notice something amazing. The right people, the people who genuinely care about you, who want to see you succeed, will start showing up. These are the people who celebrate your victories like they're their own. They're the ones who check on you, not because they need something, but because they care. They're the ones who challenge you to be better, not because they're trying to compete with you, but because they see your potential. But here's the catch. You've got to be willing to let the wrong people go first. You've got to create space for the right ones to enter. And that's not easy. It takes courage. It takes clarity. And it takes a whole lot of self-respect. The people in your circle have the power to shape your life. They influence your mindset, your energy, your opportunities, everything. So ask yourself this. Are the people around you helping you grow, or are they holding you back? Are they pushing you toward your goals, or are they distracting you from them? Because at the end of the day, your circle isn't just about friendship. It's about alignment. You want people who are aligned with your vision, your values, and your purpose. And remember this, your circle is a reflection of you. If you're surrounded by negativity, it's time to look inward and ask why you're allowing it. If you're surrounded by people who drain you, it's time to set some boundaries. Protecting your circle isn't just about keeping others out. It's about protecting the best version of yourself. Value time and energy. Let me ask you something. How much is your time worth? Not in dollars, not in cents, but in terms of your peace, your goals, and your happiness. See, the problem isn't that you don't have enough time. It's that too many of us are giving it away like it's free. We're letting people take it, waste it, and misuse it without even realizing the damage it's doing to our lives. And so I said, you know what? You've got to understand something. Your time and energy are your most valuable resources. You can make more money, you can replace possessions, but you can't get back the hours you've lost on things and people that don't matter. Every second you spend, every ounce of energy you give is something you'll never get back. So let me ask you again, how much is your time worth? See, the world will try to convince you that you've got all the time in the world, that you can afford to waste a little here, a little there. But let me tell you, time waits for no one. The clock is ticking whether you're using your time wisely or not. And here's the hard truth. If you don't value your time, nobody else will. Think about it. How often do you say yes to things you don't even want to do? How often do you let people drain your energy with their drama, their negativity, or their empty promises? You're out here giving your time to people who wouldn't give you 5 minutes if the tables were turned. And for what? To keep the peace? To avoid confrontation? Let me tell you, there is nothing peaceful about living a life that doesn't respect your worth. Here's what you got to do. Start treating your time like it's gold, because that's exactly what it is. Stop letting people walk into your life and take from you without giving anything back. Your time and energy are precious, and you've got to guard them like your life depends on it. Because it does. And let's talk about energy for a minute, because it's just as important. Your energy is your life force. It's what drives your dreams, fuels your goals, and keeps you moving forward. But if you're constantly pouring your energy into the wrong things, you're going to burn out before you ever get to where you're trying to go. Look around at the people and the situations in your life. Are they feeding your energy or draining it? Are they helping you grow or holding you back? Because if they're not adding value to your life, they are taking value from it. And you can't afford to let that happen. You've got goals to chase, dreams to build, and a life to live, and that requires energy. So why waste it on things or people that don't deserve it? Think about how much energy you spend worrying about people's opinions, stressing over situations you can't control, or arguing with folks who don't even want to understand your point of view. All that energy could be going towards something that actually matters. Your future, your peace, your purpose. Now, valuing your time and energy doesn't mean you're selfish. It means you're smart. It means you've decided to prioritize what truly matters in your life. And let me tell you, when you start respecting your time and energy, you're going to notice a shift. The people who were just there to take from you, they'll start falling away. The distractions that used to pull you off track, they won't even tempt you anymore. Because here's the thing, when you value your time and energy, you set the tone for how others treat you. People will see that you're serious about your life, and they'll either rise to meet your standards or they'll fall off. And trust me, either way, you win. But it's not just about cutting people or things off. It's also about how you spend your time. Are you investing it in things that help you grow, or are you wasting it on things that keep you stuck? Are you feeding your energy with positivity, learning, and growth, or are you draining it with negativity and distractions? Start asking yourself these questions every day. Is this worth my time? Is this worth my energy? Will this bring me closer to the life I want to live? If the answer is no, then it's time to walk away. And don't you dare feel guilty about it, because your time and energy are yours to control. You owe it to yourself to protect them. Folks, your circle matters. If you're surrounded by people who don't clap when you win, who don't pray for your success, or who secretly hope you fail, then you've got the wrong circle. And listen, it's not your job to fix fake people. It's your job to protect your space. So in this case, her words were accurate. So I'm challenging you today, evaluate your circle. Take a good, hard look at who's in your life. Ask yourself, are they pouring into me or are they draining me? And if they're draining you, don't hesitate to say goodbye. You see, real success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become and who you surround yourself with along the way. Don't let fake people hold you back from the greatness that's waiting for you. So today, make a decision. Protect your time, protect your energy, and protect your peace. Life's too short to waste on fake people. Surround yourself with folks who lift you up, who inspire you, and who walk with you, not just talk with you. And when you do that, watch how your life changes. Because when you stop investing in fake people, you make room for the real ones. Now go out there and claim your greatness. It's waiting on you.